Hello, and welcome to Bees and Tea Stitching. I'm your host, Sebastian, and Selena is over there. Welcome to anybody who's new. Welcome back to all you guys who have been here before. I do apologize. I did not have a um, video last week. I did a little bit of traveling, and honestly, I really didn't have enough to show you guys, so I didn't really think it was worth it to show you guys. So, yeah, so welcome. This is my little corner of the internet where I talk about stitching, my cat, whatever. So, as I said last week, I did travel. That was very fun. We did it as a 2-day thing, so we went down there, or I should say, went up there, had the concert that night, and then came back in the morning. So we made sure that we left very early. So I did a tiny amount of stitching at the hotel. I don't know, maybe a couple dozen stitches, probably. That's about it. Excuse me. Stitched for about 5 hours. So maybe the hubs and I aren't built for those types of concerts anymore. Might be getting a little old for that, but I tell you what, man, it was so worth it. Despite the signing up for 5 hours, we essentially got three concerts. So we had an opening band, which was local. Then we had, I don't really want to call them the backup band because they're their own band and they do their own tours. But then we had like the headliner band. Um, and so we really got like three concerts out of it. So it was really worth it. It was really fun. I would do it again in a heartbeat. Um, so yeah, that was really awesome. But yeah, so um, like I said, because of that, and I have been slowing down a little bit. I haven't lost my stitchy bug, but I've got other things. Excuse me, that have been kind of gathering my attention. Lego has definitely been one of them. I've actually been building a few different things. Um, I the hubs got me a English telephone booth, which lights up. It's so cool. Got an English telephone booth um, that I just finished last night, night before last, night before last. Um, I did a little. It was like a. It was for you, not for kind of, I guess, middle aged kids. It was like a Jurassic Park, kind of a toony sort of version of a Ankylosaurus, which is best dinosaur. Fight me. What was the third thing? Oh yes, they have these little. They're, I don't know, about maybe that big, and they both come out and go up, so they're kind of like this little L shape, and they have them of different countries or cities. I've already done London, so it's got like the eye and a bus, and I'm looking at it over there, tower, all that good stuff. And I just got one for Italy. So I have London and Italy, and it's got a little leaning tower and everything's really cute. And some Venice. Let's see, what else is up there? It's got some of the houses, like some of the houses on the hills, like in Chiquitere. Um, anyway, I don't know. It's just got a bunch of stuff. So, um, but yeah, so I've been doing that a bit this week. I only have one more Lego set that I have not built, which I just bought last week. Yeah, last week. Um, and that is it's, I think they call it the Book Nook series, I believe. And what they do is it you can store it like as a book, or you can like open it out into the scene. And I know they have a couple of them so far. This one is for Sherlock Holmes slash 221 Baker Street. Um, it's more of the obviously like the Victorian style, not any of the kind of newer Sherlock Holmes, which is fine. It's really cool. I have not started that yet. So other than that, I am up to date on my Lego sets. I mean, like the Italy one and the Ankylosaur ones were small. They were just itty bitty little sets, so they weren't expensive. And like I said, um the phone booth was a gift, was a Christmas gift. So the only The only big set I bought was the 221B. That's the first one I've bought in a while, so because they're not cheap. And trust me, there's plenty of other ones that I would love to do, but just they're just too expensive. You can see just a little bit. There we go. Over here. Ooh, there we go. A little bit over there. Up here is uh a smaller version of um um wow, Doctor Strange's house, Bleecker Street. Uh, so it's 21A Bleecker Street or something like that. I forget the name of it, but anyway, um, I do take that back. There is another one you can see right there, which was a gift as well that I have not built, and that is Disney. I think it's like the train set that goes around the top of Disneyland slash Disney World. Um, and Selena's gonna knock over. Yeah, she's just. I have a table set up over there, a temporary table, like a little fold-out table, and it's got my Lego on it. And every time she jumps up on it, it shakes, and my phone box is up there, and I'm just like, oh God, please don't knock it over. Oh, lordy, lordy, I love that cat, but she's something. Anyway, sorry about this. I didn't mean to ramble on about Legos. So let me go ahead and get to the sewing stuff. This is in no particular order. Oh, also, I have a couple of things I've forgotten to show you. A couple of pieces of old haul I forgot to show you. Um, I have one or two things I may have grabbed in the last couple of weeks. Um, and I do want to go ahead and talk to you guys about um my actually I'll wait. I'll wait and talk to you guys about my birthday start. So I'll wait on that for right now. All right, so let me get to the stitching. There's no finishes, no FFOs. There will probably be a couple of starts in the near future. And by the near future, I would say most likely by the time I record again. Also, I will be traveling at the end of the month, so there may be one week I am not able to do a video. I will have my computer with me, so I might. We'll see. We'll just see how that goes. See if you get a video on the road or not. I might try to do something short, but we'll see. We'll see how that works. All right. So stitching. Sorry about that. Didn't mean for it to take that long. As I said, this is no particular order. This is the one that I worked on a little bit in the hotel. For anybody who's new, I'm trying to do. I whipped up to 50 whips for my 50th birthday this year, which I'll talk about later. And so I'm trying to get 500 stitches, at least 500 stitches on all 50 of those whips. I've got all of them but two. A lot of them have a lot more than 500 stitches. So I'm trying to do 500 at a time. So, all that being said, so this is Arsenal Football Club by awstitch.au. So there you go. This is in a Vicky Stitch and Button bag. Look at that, isn't that cool? Dragons. Which has nothing to do with what's in it, but... So this was the one I did a little bit in the hotel room, then I did more when I got home to get it up to 500. So, ta-da! It ain't much, but it ain't much. I do have this in Pattern Keeper. I want to say up to about 9%, 8 or 9%, something like that. It's still got a lot to go. So I think I went down here a little bit. I know I did all of this stuff in here and some of this up here. So, and that is the start of the cannon of Arsenal. You can kind of see the end of the cannon there. And a little bit of the A for Arsenal. So there you go. Now these do have some half stitches, which is kind of a pain in the butt. This is, what count is this? I'm gonna guess a 16 count white. That is my guess. Just so you guys know, I did start it. Oh wait, do I have it on here? Oh, that's okay. That was a 14 count chalkboard. Yeah. So I did start it on this. There was an error somewhere over here, and also it was just so hard to do it on chalkboard. I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna redo it. And if I want to outline this in a little bit of black, I can, but I may not need to. So there you go. So that is all the called for colors. Not really, there's not really a called for fabric, so, but, yeah, so that is all of that. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I guess I'll throw them over here for right now. Alright, second one, which I think I was just working on last night, which is why I definitely said there was no, order. I will have to flash this fast because I don't have the picture for it, but this is ink circles, reflections of London. So as you can tell, it's just it's one of those that's like 4 of the same quarters. And let's get this. There we go. Move this around a little bit. So I was working in the rest of the gherkin over here. Was coming back up, and also was going back down to do all of this. So I think I was coming up that way and over this way. So this is about halfway right here. So I'm almost halfway done with it, which is great. It's really easy to stitch. So, you know, I could be a lot more done than this. You can see I've got more of it up here. So yeah, this is the bottom. So I've got, I guess, you know, parts of 3 sides done so far. So there you go. This is let's see, what is this called? This is Live and Die LA Wise. So that's what I'm using. It's yeah, I know it looks like a mess, but it's actually not. Kind of a fadey blue to a gray. And this is just a very basic 14 count. Kind of, well, it was slightly crunchy to begin with, but it's not really crunchy right now because I've used it a good bit. But yeah. So I mean, obviously, there's no called for fabric or color on that one. So, you know, it was my choices of colors and fabrics. So there you go. That is that one. Next, this is, I believe I worked on this one last week, not this week. Where is the picture for it? There it is. Okay, so this is Teresa Kogut, Be Kind. So there you go. Ta-da! So that is that. Oh, that one was also a, let's see if I can grab it real quick. Sorry, you can see my shoulder. This is also another, I love that. Are those cool, like Victorian skeletons? This was another Vicky Clayton, wow, Vicky Stitch and Button bag. This is not, this is from Artcy, I believe. Hold on, I have the thingy. Victoria's Crafty Room, so a different Victoria. Victoria Martin, there you go. So it came with this cute little bag, which, this one actually is appropriate. At least it has bees for bees. But, let me move this corner here. There you go. Ta-da! So, I had to redo, I forgot what was, oh, I think I missed this one last row here. So I had to redo that bottom, redo some of this over here, and redo some of this over here. And then after I redid that, I started working on the bee body. Not to be confused with Peabody, but anyway. So there you go. That is the 500 stitches in that one. And yeah, those colors look a lot nicer in the video there. You can see the subtlety of the differences a little bit more than you can see in real life, which is kind of nice. This is the called for colors. not the called for fabric, although it's close. This is a 16 count, or no, this is a 14 count, I believe. Yeah, this is a 14 count. I believe the fact that it's, you can see it's serged. This is probably one that I got at a retreat for my LNS, and decided not to do that, whatever that pattern was, and just kept the fabric. That is my guess as to what that fabric is. So it would be a 14 count 8 of some sort. All right, there we go. Just running on through these. What is this one? Hold on. Oh, that's when I was working out last night. So yeah, that's fine. So this one is one. Again, this is another stitch and button bag. She has the same bag because we're working on the same project. Not on the same fabric or the same colors, which always makes it interesting. She has a really, really pretty dark blue fabric. Sorry, dark blue, like a lapis lazuli sort of color that she's doing hers on, with a similar background color, but not the same. So this is the only long dog I have running right now, even though I've got a couple. I'm pretty sure I have Pandemic. I know I have Dilemma. But I really don't want to start another long dog until I finish this one. And I'm just over halfway. So I'm down to the pyramids down here. So this is kind of the area I'm working at. And a bunch of it is covered up, so I apologize for that. But I have been working, been throwing threads around apparently. There we go. So, I worked a little bit up here and did all of this. So as you can see, there's the page end there. So worked on all that up here and then up to here and over to here a little bit. So, it's actually a good bit. That is 500 stitches. It looks like more, to be honest. But yeah. And once again, it's the gold is showing up. This is sulky, so this is one thread, and then this is silks for you. And it's actually 2 threads. Well, you can see where my thread is right now under the goat. But so yeah, which is interesting, and they both have really good coverage. And honestly, this is more subtle in real life than it's showing. It's showing brighter and more contrasty, which is nice. I don't mind that. I wish there are places like, especially down here, where it's a little bit lighter. I wish that was a little bit more contrasty. It's one-sided, as you can tell from the back. This is Papyrus by, what's the printed one? Fabric Flare? Yeah, Fabric Flare. So this is Papyrus by Fabric Flare. This is a Silks for You, and then this is a Gold Sulky. So I'll show you. There we go. Oh, look at this. Wait. Oh, I haven't done this forever. The silk feels so nice. And I literally just finished my first roll of Sulky, and it got all of that done. So all of one all of one pyramid, and part of 2 others. So that's pretty good. I've got a crap load more Sulky that I've got, what, 3 more rolls? Yeah. So I've got plenty more. Maybe, let's see, if I have that much done. I'm guessing, because the other 2 are smaller, I'm gonna guess I would probably do 1 more, roll of Sulky. I'll probably get either to the bottom of it or very close to the bottom of it. So I will probably have 1 more entire roll of that gold Sulky to do with whatever, when I'm done. I have a feeling that, I won't get into that 3rd roll, but we'll see. All right, so that is that. That is You Belong to Me. Once again, that is one that has been really fun to stitch. It's really easy. You do have to pay attention, but especially when you're kind of going on the big thick sides there of the pyramid. It's really very easy because all you have to do is say like, okay, well, just do this row and go one over, or do this row and start one, one before it. So it's not very hard to do. All right. So this is one that I just started on last night. So all those have 500 in them. This does not have 500 in it yet. This is one you guys probably have not seen in a little bit. I haven't pulled this out in a while. But this is Pretty Little London by Satsuma Street. There you go. Once again, I started this, and I only got a very small bit done. There you go. And I'm not sure why I stopped. Yeah, I mean, the stitches look okay. But anyway, not really sure why I stopped it on that one. I guess because, well, there's some white, but anyway, I don't know. I'm not hugely a fan of the color I restarted it on, but I'm going to go ahead and keep going. It is the called for colors, definitely not the called for fabric. So I am working on this little area back here, which I think is maybe Parliament. I'm not sure. Anyway, I think this is the Tower Bridge. So I'm pretty much doing that and that. You can see where there's holes for 2 cars. Hold on. There's a little thingy in here that says what everything is. Uno momento, por favor. Oh, there it is. So that's that. Okay, yeah, it's just part of the Tower Bridge. So, yeah. All right. So we've got let's see if I can do this. So I got the Palace Guards. There we go. And then this is a little bit of St. Paul's Cathedral back here. And then, yeah, and then Tower, this is a bit of Tower Bridge. And of course, just a bus. So, yeah, I think that's all I got so far. Anyway, so yeah. It's like, I don't want to start it again because I like how it looks. The stitching looks nice. It's just I'm not a big fan of the oatmeal color. But because it does have rain at the top, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that. It's got a little cloud and rain. But I'll figure it out probably because I just want to keep going with it. But yeah, so there we go. That is the Pretty Little London. So far, at least. Alright. Okay, we're not doing too bad on time then. Because I do have some plans and stuff to talk about. Okay, grab this. Sorry, get that out of the way. Alright, so this one I did a couple of stitches on. I'm just having some trouble with it. So, this has not gotten its 500. I kind of abandoned it. I might take it with me on Saturday where there's more light. But this is, let me show you the actual picture of it first, that would help. Ah, there it is. Okay. This is Taylor and Cromwell, Good Omens quotes. So this is just from season 1, I think. Yes, that is just from season 1. So there you go. But this was one of those ones that they gave you everything, like the fabric and the thread and the pattern and all that good stuff. So that is that. So obviously called for fabric and things. So vaguely, kill me there'll be paper. Don't think of it. Think of it as. So I did a little bit in here. I think this is gonna be Lord, like, oh Lord, heal this bike. So I think I finished the end here, and I finished the end here. So I mean, I really have not done much at all, but I was just finding it really hard to stitch on the blacks. So I have not gotten the even close to the 500 stitches for that. I probably had done 20 or 30. So, yeah, so right now I have two things going that need to have their 500 stitches done. I try to only do one at a time, but you know, every once in a while, life happens or whatever, and you know, that's that. All right, and I just realized that I've been dropping things. I've been over here this whole time, and I have not had my tea. Uh-oh. Mm. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad. This is one I have not tried. A friend of mine sent me a really nice package of stuff, and they included a Bigelow Raspberry Royale. I don't know that I've tried Bigelow tea before. It's not bad. Probably a piece of cat hair annoying me. All right. Anyway, so yeah, it's not bad. I mean, not super strong raspberry flavor. Um, not it is black tea, but it's not particularly tanniny. It's not a strong black tea, which some people might like. Personally, I like a strong kind of tanniny black tea. So I'm kind of weird in that way, which is why I like to keep them steeping, which I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do. Pretty sure that's a very un-English thing to do. I mean, I'm not English, but you know. So yeah, but so if for people who don't like a really strong tea, that actually would be a pretty good one. That would be one I'd recommend. You know, so Bigelow might be kind of uh, a lighter tea sort of flavor if you like that sort of stuff. So there you go. All right, a couple of things. This is going. You know what? Nah, I'm not gonna worry about that because I don't know. You guys probably don't care about the Legos, so I won't show you my Legos. Well, okay. Real quick. There were Legos in the 70s that were done. Oh, okay, I need to do this. That were made by BASF, which is a chemical company. And what they were doing is they were making different bricks and they were testing the clicking power between them, like the sticking power. Um, and so usually with Lego, with these little things up top, they'll have a little tiny Lego in each one of these little studs. Instead, and you guys won't be able to see them because they're too small. Instead, I've got these are the test bricks. So you can't really see a difference in the back, but they're actually labeled A, B, C, and D. And what they were doing is each one of them has a different amount of sticking power to them. So this is A, B, C, D in each color of these. And they did make them in odd colors that they didn't originally make in Legos. So this is a set I got from Germany. Okay, sorry about that. And just, for an FYI, they went with C. So this one right here, C, is what is being used in Legos today. This amount of sticking power. So there you go. I found this set there that was pretty inexpensive. Like 20 bucks or something for all those Legos. So what I like to do is probably put them in like a little shadow box or something. Because, like I said, it's really small. You'd have to get a really close-up picture to see the tiny little letters in there. But yeah, instead of Lego, they're marked as just A, B, C, and D, which is kind of cool. Anyway, so, enough of that Lego. Sorry about that. Kind of a Lego kick this week. So, plans. Before I forget, let me go ahead and talk about this, because I do want to tell you guys about it. So, my 50th birthday is coming up on August the 14th. And so what I have decided to do. Okay, sorry about that. So what I have decided to do I'm going to do a stitch along / start along. And so I'm just bringing this up here. View your channel. Do. so I can make sure that I give you the right. There we go. Okay, so the tag I have for Instagram is hashtag Artcy 50th B-Day Sal. So for my 50th birthday on the 14th of August, um, I'm gonna be starting an Artcy Dragon. Um, but for anybody who wants to stitch along with me, you can either stitch or start, whichever. Do something artsy, something that has to do with dragons, or really honestly anything. I am not being strict about it. Whatever you want to do. I'm leaning towards dragons or something from Artcy, but if you're doing something else and you just want to continue along, do it. Start something, continue something, do whatever you want to do. I would just love for people to use the sal and stitch along with me. Um, so I do have a picture, if I can bring it up here. Hold on. Apologize. This is what I get for being what I thought was organized, but not really organized. Hopefully this has some power to it still. Maybe, if I'm lucky. Does it still have power to it? It does not. I do apologize. Alright, well, if you go to my last video, I do have a picture of what I'm going to stitch. It's a very pretty, beautiful, rainbow dragon. And I'll try to show you guys next week as well. So, that's what I'm going to do. I've got a really cool, I believe this was a Christine Stitch All the Things bag. Look at this. Otters. Which obviously has nothing to do with dragons, but, so I do have everything for it, finally. Let me take out this, big ass. Well, I may have to find a bigger bag, unfortunately. We'll see. Because this does not want to stay in there. But, big ass Q-snap. So I have gotten the, what is this, 18 count? Yes, 18 count gridded. And a few more, the few colors that I was missing. But this, yeah, those are all the colors for it. It's like 89 colors or something. So, I mean, it's beautiful, beautiful colors. Just all sorts of rainbowy colors there. But yeah, so that is, so everything is kitted up. It is 100% ready to go. But it's not going to get any stitches until August. So I'm giving you guys plenty of warning to get something. Either, like I said, you don't have to start something. If you have something you just want to stitch along with, please do. But if you do want to get something to start, you've still got plenty of time. So you got almost 2 months. So I will try to keep reminding you, maybe if not every. Maybe not every week, but maybe every couple of weeks. So yeah, that's that. So hashtag Artcy 50th B-Day Sale, which I think I already did. I believe I already put a picture up on Instagram of the picture. So the hashtag has actually been started. Let me see if I can find my Instagram super quick. My story. Okay. So, no, I'm not trying to add a story. I'm trying to go to my actual Instagram. How do I go to my actual Instagram? Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. Ta-da! That is my, as you can tell, B's and T's stitching. But yeah, so that is the really, really pretty dragon that I am doing, and you can see the hashtag down here. Alright, cool. So, that is that. Alright, so other plans. I'm probably this week going to start one of these two things. I haven't decided which yet, although I'm kind of leaning towards one. But I showed you guys this one. Look at this. It's but a scratch. I love it. This was... Oh, who was the company that did this? Is there a little thingy in here for it? This was Forbidden Fiber Company. They did a mystery box. Because it is the 50th anniversary of. Actually, it's weirdly enough, there were 3 movies that came out that were real classics that came out the same year I was born. They're also 50 this year. Jaws, Rocky Horror Picture Show, totally different things, and another totally different one is Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Those all came out in 75. So, for the 50th anniversary, they have Shrubbery. Is that not cool? And it's really not all that big. It's 83 by 120. And, I mean, that's a lot of fill-in. But other than that, it's not a whole lot of fill-in. So you got this bag, you got the shrubbery pattern, you got the cool fabric, which, oh boy, this is really it's really blowing it out. It's a very pretty green color. Um, and fortunately, it's blown out the color. It's not this pale. I mean, it's kind of pale, but it's more colorful than it looks there. Then of course we got all the forbidden fiber colors. Aren't those pretty? I think that's actually an extra that came along with it. I think those 2 were little bonuses. But yeah, all the colors that came along with it. So, yep, those are all together. So, everything is here. All I really need to do is just make a copy of the pattern so I can write on it, and then it'll be ready to go. I've got everything there. I just need to throw in a needle and a needle minder, and then I'm good. I've already got a hoop in there for it. So, that might get done, but more likely, I think, because it's June and it's Pride Month, and I don't know why I haven't started it yet, I think I'm going to start this. So, this is Rebel Stitch or Disagree, so we can disagree and still love each other unless your disagreement is rooted in my oppression and denial of my humanity and right to exist. So, this seems to be more apt than ever. I was gonna do it in the trans colors, so it would be like blue, pink, white, pink, blue. But I'm actually thinking I might just do it in a rainbow variegated, which I have. I have a couple actually. So I don't know. I have not decided. I had it originally. I was gonna do it on this Dirty Ada, and you can see the pink and blue, and then the white would just be probably B5200 would be my guess. But I don't know. I can't decide. What do you guys think? I can't decide whether I should do it on the with the colors, which would mean that I would have to decide where to cut them all off, or just do it in a rainbow, make it kind of easier for myself, and it would still kind of have the same idea. If I did that, I probably would not put it on the Dirty 8. I would probably put on something lighter. I don't know. Also, what do you think about Dirty Ada? Would I still put the rainbow on that, or should I put it on something brighter? So, questions I need answered. But this will almost definitely be started this week because yeah, it just needs to be. The fact that I've gone this long without starting it, I don't know why. I guess I've just had other things in my brain, so I haven't really thought about it. But yeah, so that's that. So I'm probably gonna start one of those 2 things this week because I've been itching a little bit for a start. And I'm well under 500. 500. Wow, I'm well under 50 projects now. Think I'm probably at. I think I'm under 40. With ones I've either finished or maybe 1 or 2 of FFO'd. I think they've pretty much all been finished because I finished like 5 or 6 things in like 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, it was like a big. Some of them. I mean, some of them were really close to being finished. So there wasn't like a billion stitches being done or anything. But yeah. All right. So stuff okay, a couple of things that I think I had gotten and forgotten to show you guys. Look, autumn map, isn't that cute? And that, I don't know whether this little pumpkin is actually still available to buy, but it is really cute. Cute little kitty pattern. Um, so I think I had forgotten to show you guys. If I have already shown you these, I do apologize. I think I'm 99% sure. Yeah, actually, I know I already showed you guys, but I will again. I won this from Fickle Stitches. Um, one of the few times I've ever actually won anything. So, I have the ferret, I believe, and I have one or two of the houses. I'm not getting all of these. Just I'm getting the couple that I like. I think I got the Hobbit house and maybe the Tudor house, which I think was a bonus. And I think I have the bear and the okay, bird just went blind. I think I have the bear and the ferret, so I think I have maybe two of each. But I know I already showed you guys that one. This one I think I picked up recently, so I don't think I showed you guys. The Artsy House, White Vicious. Come on, that's kind of awesome. And honestly, Selena does not do anything towards plants. We don't really have plants, but the few that we do have never been a problem. So I don't know whether I want to change that to a black cat, or just leave it as an orange boy. I don't know. So, but I thought that was cute. And also one that I bought a while ago, and it got to the bottom of my bag, and I had just forgotten about it. Garden gnomes, little bee scap. So another little Mill Hill bees. I think, as far as I know, I've got all the bee ones that they have. So, but yeah, that's gonna be a good bit of backstitching though. Beehive house, counted glass bead with charms, but there doesn't look like there's a whole lot of beads at all in there. But so not a lot of beads, but a good bit of backstitching. But I mean, you know, that's not. I've done plenty of backstitching before, so that is not gonna be a problem. Okay. The last thing I got last Saturday, I've been looking at it forever, and I finally got it. It's not really what's usually in my wheelhouse, but I don't know. There's just something that appeals. I'm really not a house person. I'm really not. But, you know, it's not a ginormous house. It's tall, but not huge. But obviously, this is Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Designs. I kind of want to get Yellow Submarine as well if it's even available. It might still be. But yeah, so there's no. That's pretty low on the list. Sorry, my eyeball. Pretty low on the list of stuff to get started. But hopefully I'll get started eventually. I think these are all. They're gentle arts, right? Yeah, there's a bunch of gentle arts in there. And some of these I don't know that they necessarily need the gentle arts, especially like the kind of creamy color ones. Um, the blue and the brown and the red definitely will. The green, maybe. But yeah. So this is number 2, Magical Mystery. Okay, so cool. And it is 95 by 138, so it's really not that huge. I'm not sure why there's a oh. Yeah, there is an alphabet in there, but I don't really know why. There's only one letter in there so far as I can tell. So, as far as I can tell, that's the only letter anywhere, right? So, I don't really even know why there's a B in there. I guess you just put your last initial? Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. So, that is not high on my list, but one that I would like to do eventually. Alright, so the last little bit, and yes, it's going. I figured this might go a little long just because I have 2 weeks worth of stuff. This is a little longer than usual, so thank you if you've stuck with me. Got a little piece of Stitchy-ish kindness. Stitchy-ish because it's not Stitch related, but it is from a Stitchy person. There was a local book sale that I guess is probably good that I didn't know about. And one of the people from my LNS went, and look, they got me a Sherlock Holmes Club book. Now, what's funny is you know, so they made the cover one look kind of like Cumberbatch, but like all the ones that are in here are like absolutely Victorian. Oh wow, that's actually really cool. Belinda Docklands. Um, Hound of the Baskervilles. That one's actually kind of cool. So they're very detailed. They're definitely an adult coloring book. Oh, the Blue Carbuncle. So you got the little goose there, which is always an important part. Spoilers, I guess. 100-year-old spoilers. Oh, now that look at that, man. Charing Cross. Look at all that detail. Honestly, I would have to find a picture of it to see what the colors would be. Um, let's see. The Norwood House. Um, just bicycle in general. Let's see what else is in here. I mean, obviously, is that Sherlock Holmes? Oh, there's Irene Adler. I believe in the books she was a opera star, if I remember correctly. The Sign of Four boat chase. So there you go. I want to say, I don't know if that's Sherlock and John, or if that's Sherlock and Lestrade. I'm not sure. I have not gotten to the Sign of Four yet. So, and of course, the ubiquitous pipe. You have to have that. But anyway, so yeah, these are. Oh, there you go. That's an interesting version of Mycroft. So, but yeah, so the actual let's see if I can find him. Is that? Oh, there's Moriarty. So, yeah, so this is really cool. I was flipping through it for a while, and okay, so the last one I'll show you. So this is definitely a different version of Sherlock and Moriarty, but the Reichenbach Ball, the big fight that they have at the end of I think it's actually called Reichenbach Balls, or no, what's the actual story called? Great Game? No, I don't know. Anyway, wow, I should know this. Wow. You can take away my Sherlock card and my Anglophile card on that one, because my mind is just totally blanking on the name of that story. But anyway, mm. All right. Well, I think that's going to be about it. I have shown you all there is to be shown. Talked about all there is to be talked. Um, if you don't mind, again, thank you for making it this far as you have. I really really appreciate it. Please give me a like, give me a subscription if you can. I don't get paid for this, so no pressure. I love comments. I read comments. I'm getting back to being able to read and respond to every single one, so I'm being a lot better about that. I do have a Ko-fi, whatever it's called, at the bottom. Again, no pressure, but just if you want to help. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. And I do apologize. Apparently, Selena is too good to make an appearance this time. So, unfortunately, it'll just have to be next time, I suppose. All right. So, from me and from the missing cat, we will talk to you guys later. Bye.